Hey everyone, it's Brandy and welcome back to my channel. It is raining right now, so hopefully it's not bad enough where you guys can hear it, and if it does get worse, sorry, but this is really the only time I have to film this because I waited until the last minute again. Anyway, as you can tell from the title of this video, I am going to be going through the books that I would like to read in December, and I don't want to take 20 minutes filming this entire video, so let's just get into it. At the time of me filming this, it is currently December 4th, so we are a few days into December. I have already finished one book. The book wasn't on my TBR, but over the weekend, it was one of the days I couldn't sleep. And usually when I can't sleep, I just go to my phone and I pick up one of the many contemporary romance books that I have on my Kindle app. So I just picked one and I finished the book in one day. So that book was Surprise Package by Kara Blakely. It was okay. I gave it like 2 stars, but I'll talk more about that in my December wrap up. But let's just get into the rest of the books that I plan on reading throughout the rest of the month. So I do have 2 books that carried over from my November TBR. The first book that I have is Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban by J.K. Rowling. This is the 3rd book in the Harry Potter series. I am currently on chapter 14. So when I did the math, I had a little bit over 150 pages left to read. So I'm taking this to work, so I think I might be able to finish this depending on how long it takes me to edit this video and upload it and how busy work is. I think I should be able to finish this book tomorrow, or actually today that this video is going up. I think I should have this finished by then. And then the next book that carried over from November was In the Midst of Winter by Isabel Allende. So this book follows 3 different characters. We follow Evelyn, who is from Guatemala. We follow Lucia, who is from Chile, and Richard, I believe he is from Brooklyn, but he has traveled across the world. I'm not completely sure if he is from Brooklyn, but we follow these 3 different characters and basically how their lives intertwine. I have only read up to like this first section and it's good, but it's taken me some time to get into. I feel like it just takes a lot out of me to read, but it's interesting. So I went ahead and I picked up the audiobook for this, and as soon as I'm done with Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, I'm going to start listening to this audiobook, and hopefully I could get through this a little faster, and depending on how I'm feeling, I might switch back and forth between the audiobook and this one, but this is definitely high priority, and these are going to be the first 2 books that I plan to read in December. So moving on, the next book that I would like to read is The Alchemist of Loom by Elyse Kovin, and this is the first book in the Loom Saga trilogy, I believe. The 3rd book is coming out this month actually, and I was sent a copy of this book, or this copy, for review from the author, so this is a definite gonna get to as soon as I finish those first 2 books because those are on my November TBR. But this book is kind of hard to explain because it has several different components to it. From what I understood, in this world there are 5 different guilds, and these guilds ended up falling to the current Dragon King or something like that, and we follow this character named Ari. Basically this girl is making a living being a thief and doing whatever she can do. Like, she kind of offers up her services to whoever's paying the most, and she's willing to do it as long as it affects the dragon ruling class, or whatever this is. And I know there's something about dragon organs being on the black market, and these people don't have powers, but if you like put dragon organs in your body, then you gain their magical abilities. It's a lot going on in this story, and it sounds absolutely amazing, and I cannot wait to pick this up. And I will definitely be able to explain better, hopefully, once I have read this. But yeah, I have heard good things about this book, and I have been wanting to pick this one up for a while, so this will be my next read, like I said, after I finish the 2 that I mentioned previously. And the rest of these books are, some of these are books that have been on my TBR for a little bit. Some of them are new books that I have just gotten that I haven't hauled yet, which will be coming up soon. But the next one, and I'm just picking these up randomly. I don't have any sort of specific order that I'm going to pick these up in. I'm just gonna, once I'm done, pick up what I feel like reading. But the next one is Our Dark Duet by Victoria Schwab, and this is the sequel and conclusion to the Monsters of Verity duology. And I read the Savage Song earlier this year, and I meant to pick this up as soon as I was done, because I believe I read that one during Booktubeathon, but I never did pick this one up. And I have been, this one has been getting pushed back quite a bit just because I don't think I had felt like reading it. So I'm hoping that I can get to this one this month, because I would like to have finished this duology, within the same year. The next one that I have is Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor, and I'm not even gonna try to summarize this, because a lot of people, they always say it's best to go in this not really knowing anything. Only thing that I know about this book is that it follows a character named Laszlo Strange, and he's really curious about this lost city called Weep, and he gets the opportunity to travel to Weep. I'm not really sure why and for what, but I guess the story kind of takes off from there. And a lot of people have said that this book was unlike anything that they've ever read, and it's really unexpected, and loved it. The next book that I have on my TBR is Wild Beauty by Anna Marie McLemore, and this one I received in an out crate a few months ago. And this book follows this set of women. It's this family of women, and they're living in these lush estate gardens, and I think they have some type of magical powers where they can grow flowers with their hands, but they have this curse on their family that if the women, I believe, fall too deeply in love, then their loves go missing. But one day this boy appears out of nowhere in their gardens, and some people think that maybe this curse is broken and then their lost loves are going to return. Some think it's a curse, or a warning that something bigger is about to happen. I have heard mixed things about this book. I feel like most people that I have seen talking about this really enjoyed it, but I have heard some people who did not enjoy it. It's a magical realism. I don't think I have read any magical realism books ever before. I'm not completely sure, but I don't think I have. And it's not that long of a book. It sounds really interesting, and I'm really hoping I can get to this one. The next book that I have is These Vicious Masks by Taryn Shankner and Kelly Zekas. I feel like this is another one I have been having on my TBR for a while. I might not have talked about it, but it has been in the back of my mind for a while that I wanted to read this. Okay, so I just quickly went over the synopsis again just to kind of refresh myself. And this follows this girl named Evelyn, and she is bored with society and what is expected of her. And when her sister goes missing, she decides to go out and look for her against her parents' wishes. And she ends up going with some guy named Sebastian Braddock. I'm not really sure. And they find out that, or he tells her that her and her sister has special healing powers or something like that. And I believe this might have something to do with demons or something like that. So I believe this is a paranormal, possibly a paranormal romance book, because it is from Spoon Reads, and I'm pretty sure Spoon Reads publishes some type of romance books. So yeah, I think that's what this has to deal with. If you guys saw my last haul, I think it was my October haul, and I mentioned picking up the sequel to this series or trilogy from Book Outlet. So I want to get to this one finally, hopefully. And the second to last book that I have on my TBR is Shacking Up by Helena Hunting. I read Hooking Up, which was technically like a sequel companion novel to this book, I believe. And after that, I wanted to pick this one up because I remember seeing this one going around, I think more towards the beginning of the year, and I wanted to get it, but I didn't. for some reason. So I finally figured I will go ahead and pick it up because I obviously was introduced to the characters that are going to be in this one, and I decided to pick it up in paperback just because I really enjoyed hooking up, and I would have picked up that paperback as well, but this one was cheaper and I wanted a physical copy. So I have this one, and I really hope that I can get to this one this month. And the last book that I have on my official TBR for the month is Food Wars Volume 20 by Yudo Sakuda. And yeah, I really don't talk about what these are about just because we're so far into the series, and it just really much continues on from where the story left off in the previous volume. I didn't get to this one in November, so I would like to get to this one. Let me know what you guys are planning on reading in December. But that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys again in the next one. Bye.